time and time again.
Hello, all of you Falcons NFL fans. This is going to be an interesting topic because I'm not very happy. And y'all know y'all what happens when Mad Mike is not very happy. And I gotta be honest. I'm not very happy. So because I'm not very happy, y'all just gonna get me rambling on and on and on. On and on and on and to the break of dawn, and yep, y'all about to get rent. So I, I got a real problem with a lot of stuff. I think probably the most frustrating part about this particular thing is that like it's I see this quite a bit. All right, so again, man, you guys hit that subscribe button. NFL fans, Falcon fans, all across the all across the board, man. Like I said, definitely got a treat for you today. And like I said, man, kind of I won't say a random live, but y'all get a live every pretty much around the same time each day. So we got the heavy hitters. Like I said, you've seen the change not only on this channel but Six Man K Styles. Like I said, man, you can get a multitude of things coming from us. But I saw something that was really interesting that kind of irritated and ticked me off. Um, First of all, hold on. Let me get this. So we had the NBA finals. The NBA finals. I thought it was a pretty good. Like so far, it's been a strange series. I'll say that it's been strange. A lot of people like. Um, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if I like it. I don't know if it's a good thing. But this NBA finals has been, competitive. And then you get stuff like last night where motherfuckers up 30 points and shit in the finals. Like, I don't know if I enjoy this NFL, to be honest. NFL, but NBA, because I think it's horse shit. I'm just gonna be honest. Um, I think it's horse shit what we've seen. This NBA finals have been absolute horseshit, and like a lot of people like it, but I don't. It's been trash, if you ask me. And it's not one of those things where I'm saying this because I'm LeBron James or whomever isn't in the finals. Anybody know anything about me? I'm a huge Steph Curry fan, but what I'm seeing from this, what I'm seeing with this NBA finals, I just you got two teams that have incredibly deep. I mean, they got deep rotations. Got deep rotations. They got um, deep bench, and the star players have come up in certain situations, especially Halliburton when they need him. For the most part, out of one game, he's played well. And to be honest, like I said, not the biggest fan of his, but he's been doing his thing. So when you look at this NBA Finals, excuse me, when you look at this NBA Finals, I haven't been entertained. I'm just gonna be honest, and to be honest, like majority of the NBA, just the season. Um, I will say the changes that I've seen personally has everything to do with the fact that these guys been a little bit more physical. So I will give the NBA that. But so far, what I've seen from it, I like it's just too up and down. Like what you got a couple of games when these guys are incredibly close, and then all of a sudden, Sheila E, shut your bitch ass up. All right, shut up. You ain't even hear the fucking, you ain't even heard shit yet, and you up here putting your panties down. Like, shut the fuck up. Like you already getting. This is why you get this is why you get cussed out every show saying stupid shit like this. But from what I've seen with the NBA, I like it's too it's look it's too soft. It's just too pussyfied and too fucking soft. Right? It is. See, this is why I want to have this show because of motherfuckers like Sheila E. And we're gonna give you the exact reason as to why that. And this is why there's a culture in football. There's a culture in football and a culture in basketball that we like to put these guys above what they've actually done. The results, the stats, what's actually true. Okay? We love to do that bullshit. We love to put these motherfuckers above what has actually fucking happened. Okay? So let me see if I got this back. All right, so read this. Okay? The Bills, will the Bills finally win the Super Bowl? That's a question. Is the Chiefs' reign over the AFC West about to end? Can the rookies Ashton Jeanty join the 2000 rushing year club in year one? Yeah, I don't see why I would have a problem with this. Let me just keep that up so y'all can see it for yourself. Okay? Yeah. See it for yourself. That this is complete horse shit to even say something like this. What are we fucking doing? What in the bloody hell are we doing? Just think about this. Can rookie hear this? Can rookie Ashton Jeanty join the 2,000-yard rushing club in year one? Y'all don't see a problem with that? Okay. And I'm going to get to that, but let me give a few comments. You guys throw some comments in there also if you got something to say. But I'm about to roast this little newborn right here because got to teach y'all a lesson. Okay, got to teach you a lesson not to get in front of you and ahead of yourself. Let me just say this: comparing Jeanty to Pitts, bro is actually going to produce to the levels of his draft position. Why? How many motherfucking running backs have we seen in the NFL that have been drafted high and we thought we were going to be a god and they end up being absolutely not what we expected? Hmm? This kid ain't played a damn down in the fucking league and we already put. Y'all remember this guy called Reggie Bush? Y'all remember him? What was Reggie Bush was supposed to be the greatest guy, one of the greatest running backs of all time. Anybody know what happened to him in his career? Yeah, I got another one, another guy for y'all too. On top of it, We got another guy on top of it. Reggie Bush is one of those guys that everybody thought he was supposed to be Jesus Christ reincarnated, especially after his college career. Ironically, he had almost the exact same college career that Ashton Jeanty, putting up a bunch of freaking numbers. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did. Reggie Bush almost had the almost identical career in college than Ashton Jeanty. And this is why Sheila E get cussed out every freaking time. Every time. Because the stuff you just be saying. The guy's going to live up to the expectation because he says so. Not because we've seen him actually play. Not because we've seen him play in a game. We've looked at him in college and then he was drafted by the Raiders. Larry Lee, you don't get your crack up hating ass out of here. Fuck you, okay? Get the fuck out of here with this home. Look, get the fuck out of here. Look at this goofy ass shit. You niggas stay hating on the good old black man. Man, you don't sit your goddamn fake ass, fake ass goddamn Black Panther wannabe looking ass nigga. Shut up. Nigga up here talking about, oh, you hating on the black man. Oh, you hating on the black man. Oh boy. We got another troll in here, y'all. He gonna get indoctrinated into what the fuck we do over here. Oh, you hating on the black man. Power to the people. Let's get the bean pies ready, y'all. Come on, let's put on our ski mask and rob niggas. Get the fuck out of here with this bullshit. Look at this. Look at this goofy ass shit. Oh, no wonder. Larry Lee is a Jalen. Look, are you a Pittsburgh? Are you a Philadelphia fan? Or are you a Jalen Ramsey? Not Jalen Ramsey, but Jalen Hurts fan. Answer that, cracker hater. Okay. Since everything got to be all black, are you saying that you don't like white people? That's what you saying, sir? Because it sounds like it to me. Oh, you hate on the good old black man. Let's hate the black man. Mike hate black men. Come on, Mr. Larry Lee. If that don't sound KKK-ish, I don't know what the fuck does. He got the nerve to be sitting up here talking about hating the black man with his motherfucking name, Larry Lee. If that ain't a goddamn hillbilly ass name, I don't know what. This is the shit that we be talking about. He sound like he about to wrestle some hogs in the goddamn mud pit. Got some damn nerve to come over here and try to troll over here. You got to do better than that goofy ass shit. I know you mad that Jalen Hand won the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's real interesting that you say that, because let's look at some facts, okay? Let's look at some facts. Conrad, how you doing, sir? Let's look at some facts, okay? Super Bowl. We're gonna y'all wanna look at some Super Bowl actual facts. Okay, so cocaine. I mean, whatever your name is, Larry Lee legend from Leanna, Alabama. Okay, let me give you some stats, because you said you mad that Jalen won the Super Bowl. Yeah, I really am. Let's look at some stats. This is really interesting that I'm even about to say this, because I got time today. I got time today for this shit. So let me get this right. Okay. Jalen Hurts was 17 and 22, 220 yards, 2 touchdowns and interceptions, sacked 2 times, 1 rushing touchdown. So he had 3 and turnover. And I'm mad that this guy that he won the Super Bowl. You know what's funny? Let me say this. Let me say this because I actually made a video. So it's Matt Ryan Appreciation Day. So y'all can throw y'all favorite Matt Ryan moments in there too, and we'll talk about that. So it's Matt Ryan Appreciation Day here on Mad Mike Sports. I created that. All right. So anybody try to goddamn take it, June 20th is Matt Ryan's. Is officially Matt Ryan Day here on Mad Mike Sports. But I think this is really interesting. Okay. So we're gonna talk about actual facts. Oh, he control all he want to. I loves it. Oh, we loves it over him. Okay. This man played 1 game, okay? Matt Ryan. Because it's really interesting that this guy goes and he brings up Jalen Hurts when Matt Ryan, okay? So gonna look at Matt Ryan's numbers in the Super Bowl. 17 of 23, 284, 2 touchdowns. This thing called 0 interceptions. Yeah. And I'm supposed to be, as an Atlanta Falcon fan, I'm supposed to be jealous of Jalen fucking Hurts. A son of a bitch that couldn't even throw for how many yards in a season? Do you even know Mr. Larry Lee Legend from Leanna, Alabama? How many yards did your guy throw for in the entire season? Do you even know that, or you just gonna come in here? He's so damn bad he couldn't even throw for 3,000 yards. But I'm supposed to be upset and angry about Jalen Hurts. Mr. Larry Lee Legend from Leanna, Alabama comes in here and say, man, Mike and AFN and people, we're upset about Jalen Hurts not throwing for 3,000 yards, and I'm supposed to be upset and angry for that. You know what's the funny part about this? I think this is really funny. And I know you guys have heard me say this before. Mr. Larry Lee Legend from Leanna, Alabama. You know what's funny? This dude almost had the exact same numbers as Desmond Ritter. Desmond Ritter got his ass cut, traded. This guy won a Super Bowl with damn near identical numbers than Desmond Ritter. Mm-hmm. Yep. Where Mr. Lee at? Where is Mr. Lee? Where is Mr. Larry Lee Legend from Leanna, Alabama? Are you still here, sir? Or are you gone? I thought you wanted to troll. Let's get it. Come on, type some more insults. I love it. Please give it to me. Blast anybody, black, white, yellow, it don't matter. Exactly why I see the content. Thank you, sir. Like, what are we talking about? We're supposed to sit up here and be upset because y'all won a Super Bowl. I mean, the Chiefs, at the end of the day, the Chiefs didn't come to play, man. It was apparent from the first quarter. They had nothing going. Offensively, defensively, special teams, coaching, like nothing worked for them. It's just one of the game where just that happens. It happens to everybody. Look, it happened to us. I mean, we look okay in the against the Denver Broncos in Super Bowl 99, 98 season. But we looked okay, and then shit, the bottom just dropped, and that what happens. The things just start clicking. But don't sit up here and this motherfucker trying to he's trying to put Jalen Hurts on a pedestal, and he don't even believe in the pedestal that he trying to put him on. Mr. Larry Lee Legend from Leanna, Alabama. Come on, sir. Nathan Floyd said the get fucking set is his favorite Matt Ryan moment. And the funny thing I like to I tell all the time I like about this is that a lot of people thought he was talking to Muhammad Sanu. Everybody thought that he was talking about Muhammad Sanu. Matt Ryan, and I think I'm gonna just say this. That's probably one of them defining moments where Julio just said, fuck Matt Ryan. He don't talk to me like that. How dare you tell me to get fucking set? Oh, Julio Quinteros Lopez Jones. You don't talk to me like that. How dare you talk to me like that? You don't tell me to get fucking set. Yeah. So, and Matt Ryan is willing to get in his superstar players. He said the exact same thing to Tony Gonzalez. Don't fuck around on the route. Get your ass on the sideline so I can get it there. So this man literally has a record of being the boss at the end of the day and being in charge and being that dude. Matt Ryan is it. He's that dude. When things don't go right, look, he get at it. You're talking about the team, Matt, that what the Philadelphia Eagles, and this is why that Larry Lee Legend from Leanna, Alabama, he not typing no more. Is because he know the truth of the matter. That was a complete team. They had solid defense, solid defensive line, solid secondary, solid offensive line, arguably the best running back and offensive line duo in the NFL. And you want to put all of the onus and all the accolades on some damn Jalen Hurts who barely threw for 2,900. He didn't even throw for 3,000 yards on the season. But this man won every game throwing 200 and less yards. Okay, damn near every game that they won last year, this dude barely threw for 200 yards. But I'm supposed to sit up here and say, yep, I'm jealous of some damn Jalen fucking Hurts. Man, if you don't get your ass on somewhere with that goofy ass shit, you need to sit your goofy ass down. Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, all those guys are responsible for bringing that championship here. And you want to put it on that motherfucker? Like, if you want to come here and say Saquon Barkley, then let's talk. If you want to come here and say that offensive line, let's talk. If you want to say that defensive line, that defensive front did it, let's talk. But you will not insult my motherfucking intelligence and say that they won the Super Bowl because of some Jalen freaking Hurts, who can barely throw for more yards than Desmond Ridder in an entire season where you won a Super. Man, if you don't sit your clown ass down, as a matter of fact, let me do this.
You can't handle the answer, grows of knees? No.
Like, what are we talking about? Bro, what are you on? What are you on to come up with some of this shit? This dude barely throwing for more yards than Desmond Ridder in the season, and I'm supposed to be hurt and bothered by Jalen Hurts. I would much rather have. I hate to even say this, but I would much rather have Marcus Mariota on my team Marcus Mariota could have did exactly what Jalen Hurts did that entire year. Ride the coattails of Saquon Barkley, handing the ball out, check the ball down, and let the defense close the game out. That was Philadelphia's strategy all year. As a matter of fact, let's keep this, Mr. Larry Lee Legend from Leanna, Alabama. Didn't the Atlanta Falcons whip that ass when Mr. Jalen Hurts tried to, come back and Mr. Who is this safety? One of the best safeties in the game. What is this guy's name? Oh yeah, Jesse Bates. Picked the ball off in crucial situations. But you want to come in here and talk about Jalen Hurts? Well, the Atlanta Falcons with that ass, boy, you got the wrong people. You got the wrong people to come in here with that. We not no punk pussy ass channel over here. You better bring your facts, the stats, and the truth, and you better hold your feelings to yourself, because guess what? Oh, you're going to get smoked over here. All right? You're going to get smoked like Wiz Khalifa smoked 15 blunts in a damn second, okay? You're going to get smoked over here. Got some nerve to come in here with some Jalen Hurts. Boy, please. Look, that boy did everything. That boy did everything that he's supposed to do. And here's Sheila E. with her coochie wet. He almost win Super Bowl, and I say, man, shut the fuck up. No, it was the same fucking team and the same fucking defense, you fucking moron. Like, this is what happens when you superstar chase. Sheila E. likes to superstar chase. No, they didn't almost win. Let me ask y'all a question. Did Matt Ryan almost win 2 Super Bowls? Did Matt Ryan almost win a Super Bowl? Did the Falcons almost win in 98? Did the Falcons almost get to a Super Bowl in 2012? I want to know. I want to know. Tell me. I want to know, because we love to use that almost nonsense whenever the hell we feel like it. Everybody like to talk about, almost. Man, do I look like I give a flying fuck about it almost? Talk about some damn almost. You got some damn nerve to be talking about some almost. Guess what? Guess who almost was a good coach? Raheem Morris. Almost. Guess what? Raheem almost won a Super Bowl with Dan Quinn. Almost. But guess what? As soon as I say something about him needing to what? To do what? Be consistent? Yeah, y'all say I'm tripping. But you use that same narrative to pump your brakes and and y'all use that same narrative to take up for guys like Jalen Hurts. Why? Because they was on a team that won. He wasn't the reason why the Philadelphia Eagles were winning Super Bowls. He wasn't the reason why. Let's keep that 100% real. It's because that defense, because that running game, that offensive line. Both times. I can confidently say that Lamar Jackson is the reason why the Baltimore Ravens consistently lose. in the playoffs. I can comfortably say that. Why? Because he turns the ball over. When you need him to play with, look, he just doesn't help. They always fall short. 2 turnovers. Oh, but it wasn't his fault. Oh, man, get out of here. How you gonna have a top offensive line, top running game, and top defense every year and still lose? And then praise guys like Jalen Hurts for having almost the exact same shit that Lamar has: defense, special teams, good offensive line. And you had a Tom Brady every year. This dude got a top 10, top 15 defense, and 90, 80, a good 75% of his career, he's had a top 10, top 15 defense. You look at a guy like Matt Ryan, most of his career, his defense has been 15 and below almost every year. But you want to praise guys like Jalen Hurts for doing the bare fucking minimum. God, you want to praise and put Lamar Jackson on a fucking pedestal because what? The Negro can run for 1,000 yards and pass for 2,800. This is the funny part about it. Y'all want to praise and put Lamar Jackson on the pedestal, but we got a guy like Josh Allen that's still rushing for 1,000, passing for 4,000. What's his damn excuse? What's Lamar Jackson's excuse for not being able to do what Josh Allen does? No. That's not what you said. No. That's not what you said. You said that Jalen Hurts still almost won. They didn't almost win shit because their defense could not stop. I don't hear that almost shit. If Matt Ryan don't get an almost, if Dan Quinn don't get an almost, if Kyle Pitts don't get an almost, you can say that almost shit for somebody who cares. Take your ass to 92-9 game and watch that shit, because that shit ain't gonna fly over here. Everybody love to sit up here and talk about almost with other teams, but we talk about almost with our team. It's a problem. We try to hold up our coaches and our players. We try to hold up our coaches and players to a standard. Guess what? Y'all don't want to do that. Y'all want to make excuses for Quinteros stealing $60 million and getting the hell on. Oh, Arthur Blank must have said something to him that he didn't like. So that gives you the right to steal this man money and say on national TV, I want to be gone after you gotten paid. It's okay for Quintero to sit out every second down, third down because he tired. And then you want to say with a straight fucking face that Kyle Pitts is like he's lazy? What the fuck is Quintero's? He's a nigga from Foley, Alabama that stole $60 million and he can go back to his farm and farm his ass off. And try to act like he don't know nothing about nobody. And then he ain't man enough to have his own podcast and say what he needs to say on his own. He got to bring in Roddy. He got to bring Harry Douglas and finally speak his mind. He's a fucking coward. Quinteros is a damn coward. I know you do, Sheila PC. He's a bad owner. I agree with Julio. He produced the organ. He's a fucking wide receiver. Look, wide receiver gotta wait. Okay? You don't even know what the hell you talking about. He hasn't produced a winning organ. Well, that's because anybody. Let's go back. Because this is where Sheila E about to get smoked. Okay? This is why you don't come on here talking stupid. This is why you get smoked. Okay? Like a pack of loud. This is why your ass gets smoked. Okay? Mr. Sheila E. Julio Jones. Let's talk about Julio Jones and when he signed his contract. Because this is really interesting, guys. You said 7 seasons, okay? This is where Mr. Sheila E is about to get smoked. Okay? Let me know if you guys leave a comment right there and just say yes, put an emoji or anything in there. But let me see if you guys remember this. The timing on this is really interesting. He said we haven't won in 7 years. Okay, so in 2018, a certain wide receiver decided that he needed more money. Okay, let me do the counting right here. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. So this is where you fucked up. You know you fucked up, right? You know that saying from Menace Society? You know he fucked up. Okay? 2018, that's 1 year. 2019, 2. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Anybody know how many years that is? When Julio got his contract? It's going on 2025. It's 2025. 2020 is what? 5. 2019 is what? 6. The timeline is awfully familiar, right? It sounds awfully familiar because you said Arthur Blank hasn't provided a winning season in how many years? Okay. He said 7 years. You said he hasn't produced a winning organization in what? In 7 years. It's kind of real interesting because, yeah, that's about the same time that Julio Jones, they came back from a Super Bowl and Julio Jones wanted to pull a power move and say, I need to be paid. Ironically, that was the last time the Falcons won. Because Quinteros, instead of allowing the organization to do it the right way, Quinteros decided he wants to hold out for more money. So the Falcons could not afford to bring a lot of guys back. So they had to make some cuts for Quinteros in order to pay. When it's because the Falcons had to pay $60 million because Quinteros decided he want to pull a power move and be selfish and not do it the right way and wait your fucking turn like everybody else. He forced the Atlanta Falcons to cut people. He forced Matt Ryan to renegotiate his deal. He forced a lot of people to restructure their deals to pay Julio. No, bitch. Keep that same energy. No, because you said that Arthur Blank was the reason why the Falcons were winning. They were winning until they had to pay Julio. They were winning until they had to pay Julio. You know what they could have done with that $60 million in guaranteed money? Because they had just returned from the Super Bowl. They returned to the playoff. You know what they could have done with that? Because guess what happened? They ended up drafting a guy named Calvin Ridley. We forgot about that, didn't we? Oh, we forgot about the Calvin Ridley part. You want to say this is where stupid motherfuckers be all on Julio ding-a-ling, knowing he full of shit. Anybody that don't think Julio Jones ain't full of shit is the problem with wrong. It's the main problem with the Atlanta Falcons fan base. See, don't even know what he talking about. It was Matt Ryan. Matt Ryan, do you even know when Matt Ryan got paid, sir? Do you know when Matt Ryan got paid? Because you just saying a whole bunch of dumb, goofy shit right now. Matt Ryan contract, do you even know? I just want to see if you know, Mr. Sheila E. Mm-hmm. Real interesting. Let that happen. Matt Ryan contract did not kick in right then. But you keep running with that narrative. Real funny that y'all say this. Matt Ryan signed a contract in 2013. Contract extension in 2013. It ended in 18. Nope. Oh boy, it's real interesting that you say this. This is what how you know people don't know what they be talking about. Y'all see this yourself. Matt Ryan had to restructure his deal. 2018, Matt Ryan signed a $150 million contract. You know what happened right after that? No team is going to pick a wide receiver over a quarterback. No team is going to pick a wide receiver over a quarterback. It's never been one franchise that said it's Matt Ryan or Julio Jones. It's Jerry Rice over Joe Montana, a healthy Joe Montana. It's either Randy Moss or Tom Brady. No franchise would ever choose a wide receiver over a quarterback. Matt Ryan actually restructured his deal to pay Julio Jones. Sir. Just doing a whole bunch of talking because your pants is down for Quinteros and Jalen Hurts. This is what happens. The Atlanta Julio Jones got jealous of Matt Ryan. The problem is with Matt Ryan, it ain't even Arthur. Julio got caught looking at everybody else's money, and in this instance, he got caught looking at Matt Ryan's job, looking at Matt Ryan's money and saying, I need that money. I want money too. I'm Julio Jones. I'm just as okay. If that was the case, if you think you the main reason, see, this is why motherfucking wide receivers always getting cut and left because they get in their damn feelings and they think they the reason why. Never mind the offensive line. Never mind that Devontae Freeman and Tevin Coleman had a strong part of that. Never mind the offensive line. Never mind that one of the best play callers in the league and Kyle Shanahan did that thing also. Julio Jones wanted to make it all about him. He wanted to jump into the head of the line because Falcons were going to take care of Matt Ryan first, as they should. You're supposed to take care of your quarterback first. This is why teams, if you look at teams that take care of they star players first, and they don't take care of the quarterback, and they take care of the quarterback last, 9 times out of 10, that shit end up failing. Julio Jones got jealous because Matt Ryan got his suspension, and he didn't want nobody else to jump in front of him, so he held the organization hostage after they told him they was going to handle it, but he just got to be patient. He didn't want to be patient, so he held the fuck out. Julio held out and said, nope, Y'all ain't gonna do this to me. I want my money now. Selfish. But you want to point the finger at Arthur Blank and say Arthur Blank is the reason why the Atlanta Falcons hasn't won. Just look at the timeline. The timeline says it all. This is why I say y'all got to stop listening to these Julio Jones. Okay? Stop listening to him. He not telling the whole truth. He up and saying, well, Arthur, he didn't want to talk to me. Well, why the hell you go to, if a man didn't want to talk to you, what you do as a professional? You don't run a goddamn social media and start running your mouth about social media and running your mouth on TV and social media and all that shit because my owner won't talk to me, y'all. I'm out of here. No, what you do, you're supposed to go to your agent. You're supposed to go to your manager. You're supposed to go to your team rep and say, man, look, damn, please, man, go talk to Arthur, man. I'm trying to get this contract. Can you please speak on it for me? If he can't get his agent to do it, Julio need to fire his agent because that's literally his job. His agent's job is to make sure that he talks to Arthur Blank and the team presidents, the general manager to make it get done, to let it get done. His job is not to run to a motherfucking media outlet and say, I'm out of here. You telling me that Julio Jones, one of the greatest, if not the greatest wide receiver in franchise history, couldn't have a conversation with Arthur Blank? Are you kidding me? And you running with that? All you motherfuckers are really running with that? Why? I know exactly why. It's them Larry Lee legends of the world. They see a white boy with money and say, yep, he racist. The Larry Lee legends of the world, they get mad because they don't look. At the end of the day, I don't give a damn about no Quinteros and his player. I don't give a damn about none of that. His actions said everything. This man, Arthur Blank, has paid every one of his stars and has gotten punished for damn near half of it. What happened when he paid Matt Ryan? Did pretty good. When he paid Roddy White, did pretty good. When he paid Jake Matthews, did pretty well. Chris Lindstrom did pretty well. He paid Caleb McGarry, did pretty well. Paid AJ Terrell, did pretty well. Paid Robert Alford, went downhill. You can't say that this guy doesn't pay his stars. Devontae Freeman, all this guy that was supposed to be the stars, he took care of them. Then we got the Sheila E's of the world that sit up here and talk about he's the reason why we can't win. Well, maybe you need to think about that for a second. Maybe we need to stop paying these guys that are putting up a bunch of numbers. Because that's what's got us in this fucking predicament right now. Playing the greatest year because he was good for this organization. Oh, he was good for this organization for 5 years. So let's pay him all this money. Never mind that we're not winning with this guy. We just want to pay him just because he was good for us. Man, please. That's why the Atlanta Falcons in the fucking predicament that he is, because we give a fuck too much about these players and their fucking feelings and not look at that shit as a business opportunity. Peyton Manning could no longer put up the numbers that he would. So guess what the fucking coach did? I love you, but bye, bitch. You got to go, Peyton. And mark my motherfucking words. If this man have another fucking season the way he having, Mr. Lamar Jackson, his ass is out of here too. They gonna ship his ass out of there. Because they done paid this man $230 freaking million. Guaranteed money, well over $150 million. For him not to even get us to a Super Bowl, but I'm going to keep paying him $150 million because he putting up fucking numbers. See, what's going on? See, electrician, how you doing, sir? Like every time this man take care of his players, he gets screwed. Every fucking time. Y'all don't want to talk about that shit. No, y'all don't want to talk about every time this man pays his superstars, they get screwed. There's been a handful of guys when he paid them that it did not go downhill. We paid Grady Jarrett this money, that shit went straight downhill from there. Paid Julio Jones, straight downhill. We paid Devontae Freeman, straight downhill. What more do you want from this guy? What more do you want from Arthur Blank? To not pay him and trade him away? Because he's paying guys. He paying them exactly what they're worth. And they go straight downhill. But we want to sit up here and point the finger at him. Not the fact that Julio Jones got paid and he didn't want to play no more. Nah, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be the end of Lamar Jackson if they end up losing. How much more can you continue to... This is a fucking problem, Southside. This dude ain't nothing more than Tony fucking Romo. This is the problem. This is a freaking problem. And y'all acting like it is nothing. This dude has not thrown for one. This dude threw for one season of 4,000. Won 2 MVPs and still hasn't gotten to a Super Bowl. You don't think the Baltimore fans are sick of this shit? You don't think the organization is saying to themselves, look, we done invested this dude. We done brought in Derrick Henry. We done brought in all these defensive linemen, offensive linemen. We brought in all these wide receivers, and we get nowhere. We brought in the offensive coordinator year after year, and we've gotten nowhere. How many times are the organization going to keep pouring into Lamar Jackson, and they get nothing out of it? It's a fucking problem. It's the same shit that Matt Ryan gets judged for, and this damn bum-ass quarterback right here can't even throw for 4,000 yards but one time in his career, and he went two fucking MVPs, and he don't get nowhere near a damn Super Bowl. Loses in a division round against a team you should have beaten. And you trying to tell me I doubt that the Ravens are not looking at him? Man, please. Organizations get tired of paying $200, $300 million to players that are not getting them what they need and what they want. That's why Matt Ryan had to go. Arthur Blank saw the writing on the table. As much as we love Matt Ryan and as much numbers he put up, that shit was not working out. So we said, no, we got to go. He got to go. That's the fucking problem. Y'all want to sit up here and sock these dude nutsacks up because they putting up numbers, but at the end of the day, that shit don't matter. Because if I'm spending $300 and $400 million to make sure this quarterback has everything that he needs, including coaches, including front office executives, and he still don't give me my investment in return, man, please get the fuck off my team. I would much rather build a team like the damn like the goddamn Kansas City Chiefs did. I would much rather do that what the Philadelphia Eagles did. If I got to sit up here and spend $150 million every fucking offseason to make sure Lamar Jackson has everything, Man, please, that shit gonna run its course. Every year is a damn different story. Well, we got to get the ball in the hands of Lamar Jackson to be more of a runner this year. Failed. Well, we need another running back here so he can carry the load, help carry the load. Failed. Well, I need to get the ball to a wide receiver. We need to draft more wide receivers. Failed. Well, I need a better offensive play call on the team. Failed. How many times is this dude gonna fail and say this shit is at its end? It is run its course. Yeah, he's put up good numbers. Yeah, he's been a pretty good quarterback. Yeah, he's done that and had accolades. But how many times are we gonna keep saying this over and over and over and over, year after year? Matt Ryan is throwing for 4,000 yards time and time again and say, I'm tired of these 4,000 yard seasons. Yeah, he putting up some damn good numbers, but this shit is not happening. Every year we want to sit up here and make fucking excuses for every player that we like. Fuck James Harden, fuck Lamar. And fuck whoever is making an excuse for that son bitch. Okay? Let me play something else. Let me play this again.
You can't handle the answer. Grows of knees? No, no.
This is the truth of the matter. You can't handle the truth. Y'all can't handle the truth. The truth is sitting right in your face. Matt Ryan put up numbers after numbers, and nobody gave a damn because guess what? We didn't see any success out of those numbers. The only thing that people gonna be reminded of with Matt Ryan, even though he has Hall of Fame and he will be a Hall of Famer, nobody cares. Nobody cares because he didn't bring us a ring. We got an NFC championship ring, but we do not have a NFL championship ring. Nobody cares. But all of this doesn't matter with that damn Quinteros and that damn Lamar Jackson. Nobody cares. Nobody's saying that Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league. Why? Because he hasn't made it to a Super Bowl. Nobody's saying that Joe Burrow, even though he's putting up damn 5,000 yards every fucking season, nobody's saying that he's the MVP and he's the best quarterback in the NFL. Why? Because he hasn't won. Nobody cares. But y'all want to use these fucking excuses for Lamar Jackson. Oh, they'll never do this. They'll never do that. I know, yes, the hell they will. If they got to pay quarterbacks $150, $200 million to make it nowhere, why the fuck? Why would I continuously pay a quarterback $150 million every 2 to 3 years just to not make it to a damn Super Bowl? And y'all wondering why Aaron Rodgers end up retiring, why he's right now in Pittsburgh? He won one goddamn Super Bowl with Green Bay and never got back. They got tired of the shit. And you think Lamar Jackson is exempt for this? Man, y'all are losing it. Y'all have lost it. Y'all people have lost your fucking mind because of a Negro in a black suit and he runs fast. If you don't think that this dude is not on the same part and level of a Matt Ryan, a Drew Brees, all these, look, Tom Brady, they threw Tom Brady in the trash. Tom Brady got thrown in the trash. This nigga got 6 fucking Super Bowls. The Patriots said, fuck you, Tom. We starting over. And you think Lamar is exempt? What are y'all smoking, bro? Every legend quarterback If they don't produce, they out of here. They replaced Joe Montana with Steve Young. Why? Because he wasn't producing. He got old. And you think Lamar Jackson? No, man. The Ravens will never do that. Nah, bro. He don't produce. He's out of here. They're already looking for the next superstar quarterback that can replace Lamar Jackson. I promise you that. I can promise you that the Ravens right now is looking at a guy like Arch Manning and see if he has a good college season. If that motherfucker end up having a good college season, you don't think the Ravens are thinking about that? You have lost your ever-loving mind. And Sheila E., Lamar keeping them relevant. Motherfucker, they had Super Bowls before he got there, you damn retard. What are you, 12 years old or something? Your mama need to tell you stay off the internet because you acting real slow right now. And like I said, I'm not saying his career is over with this year, but the Ravens have already started talking about replacing Lamar. I can promise you, I can say that with all 99.9% assurance. They have already begun to talk about if Lamar doesn't get it done this year, we starting over. I can guarantee it. Because you're not getting the return of investment. Billionaires don't like losing money every year. They want to be a success. Why do you think that the boy Jerry Jones, every year, he's looking to replace and get superstars on top of superstars? That man already looking for the perfect opportunity to get rid of Dak Prescott. He couldn't wait to get rid of Ezekiel Elliott. He couldn't wait to get rid of DeMarcus Ware because it wasn't working out. But somehow y'all think Lamar Jackson is exempt? Nah, bro. Y'all have lost it. You have lost your fucking mind. I'm supposed to be loyal to Lamar Jackson because he can run fast. Man, get the fuck out my face. And then the point of this live is that we got guys like Ashton, Jeanty, these fucking media idiots putting this pressure on these guys that have not even these guys haven't even made it the fucking training camp. We ruin players and we create this mess and this entitlement because of this stuff. This dude ain't played a down in the NFL. And we up here talking about him rushing for 2,000 yards. He ain't even played a damn down. This dude ain't played a down in the NFL, but we sitting up here talking about Ashton Jeanty can be he can rush for 2,000. Huh? It took Saquon Barkley damn near 8 years, 7 years or so to do that. So Southside, like I said, this not aimed towards you. You already know that. It's the point and the message behind it. The thing it come down to, it don't matter how great you've been in your career, how many accolades that you have gotten, you've earned. That shit don't matter. What do they say about the NFL? What do they stand for? Not for long. That's it. Why do you think Tommy Dimitrov got fired? Look, he was bringing and making deals in, and the shit wasn't, it wasn't a lot of guys that he was drafting and bringing in. It didn't help. This guy weren't helping the team. So guess what? I don't give a damn about you making a deal that brought Julio, Matt Ryan, and all these other players. I don't care nothing about that. It's what have you done for me lately? Ooh, yeah. This is what it's about. This is the way of the world. I'm not gonna be working at no job talking about, hey, one day I'm gonna get $30 an hour. No, motherfucker, look, if I'm working my ass off and you say me I have the potential to do it, but I'm up here working for 1, 2, 3, 4 years, and 4 years turn to 8 years, and you still talking about you gonna get $30 an hour at some point? No. I'm gonna drop kick you and drop kick that door and run the fuck up out of there. It's about what have you done for me lately. This is the NFL. Fuck you and your former MVPs. Okay? To hell with you and your MVPs. Like, y'all already putting these insane expectations on players, and then you wonder why these guys end up. Trent Richardson is a perfect example of putting these fucking crazy expectations on these players, and then they not even built like that. Because you and your scouting buddies looked at his muscles and looked at his speed and all this type of bullshit and looked at his background and say, well, this guy's really mean. I'm saying he should be a great running back. And these guys end up being nothing because you put all these expectations on them. Maybe the guy was just supposed to be a backup running back. But y'all put these 2,000 yards expectations on him. Y'all put all these expectations on a guy like Kyle Pitts and say, oh, he's supposed to be better than Julio because he's a freak of nature. So it's plenty of guys that are athletic freaks, but they can never put it together for a multitude of reasons. Not one particular reasons. It's a multitude of reasons why guys don't always pan out. And a lot of it has to do with coaching, quarterback, and sometimes injuries. But y'all putting these expectations on these players, and these guys have not played a damn game. Six Man in here, y'all. And Six Man gonna have his solo show coming real soon. Just got to find out a date. I think he's thinking Saturday or so. So y'all gonna get his takes coming real soon. Like it's right here. Ashton Jeanty to run for 2,000 yards. Let's mean less looks for Brock Bowers. That's what I'm saying. I don't think people realize you got to get damn near 300, 400 carries a year to even get the 300, to get the 2,000 rushing yards like that. It's obtainable, but like for one, you got to have a good offensive line to make it happen. Because teams is not just going to let you run the ball 40 times every single game without making adjustments. Then you got to have the right personnel. All of that. Raiders fans with mine. And if we look, if we got results, He's saying that they don't hold Lamar Jackson to the Matt Ryan standard. Of course not. Matt Ryan had every accolade that a quarterback could obtain. Every one of them. There's only one quarterback thing he's never had. Look, a Super Bowl MVP is a player's award. But Matt Ryan has obtained almost every quarterback award there is. Every major award there is, Matt Ryan has won it. It's most quarterbacks that have never won Offensive Rookie of the Year that are legends, but Matt Ryan did it. The only thing Matt Ryan doesn't have is a Super Bowl MVP. And he's trash. But a guy who's supposed to be the GOAT, y'all don't want to hold him to that same standards. Y'all don't want to hold Lamar Jackson to the same standards. Y'all want to just say, oh, because he's Lamar Jackson, he's putting up numbers, he's won MVP, we don't have to make it to a Super Bowl. But that's what you're saying. Yeah, like this, I saw that too, Rich. Like, come on, bro. Ashton is already better than Bijan and haven't played it down yet. Like, bro, what the freak are we talking about? Bijan Robinson came in almost rushed for 1,000. Had 1,000 all-purpose yard. But, like, look, you trying to tell me that Ashton Jeanty, because he had a good college career, is already better than Bijan? Come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Reggie Bush had a great college career. One of the greatest, if not the greatest, college career of all time. And guess what happened? Got to the NFL. He was just a solid starter. That's it. Turned into a third down running back. What are we talking about? This guy has not made a single run, hasn't carried the ball one time in training camp, and you already said Ashton Jeanty is that. We got to stop it, people. This is a sickness. It would be more Ashton Jeanty setting up Brock Bowers with the offensive line. It would be, and that's the thing. Who the hell is the quarterback? The Seattle guy? Damn. I don't know why I'm blank on his damn name, but he started for the damn Seattle. Geno Smith. Y'all don't think, never mind. See, Come on, y'all. Just think about that for a second. They already had Travis Hunter over Darnell Mooney on the first wide receiver list. Ain't played a damn down. We don't even know if this dude even tough enough to play wide receiver in the NFL. Y'all already crowning him the greatest wide receiver. This is the stuff that wide players end up receiving so much hostility and hate on social media and media. It's because y'all put these unhealthy expectations on guys. You put the mark on Kyle Pitts that he was a fucking unicorn. We've never seen anything like him. Of course we have. We've seen him before. But the lie was we've never seen him like that. We've never seen a guy like that. Yes, we have. Jeremy Shockey, guys like Jeremy Shockey, Tony Gonzalez, like these dudes were doing it. But we put that on him because he reminds me of those guys. And he's a little bit faster than these guys. Like, what are we talking about? And then y'all go on social media and bash the living crap out of these guys because he didn't live up to the media expectations. Guess what? The media got it wrong about Matt Ryan. One of the greatest coaches, if not the greatest coach of all time, and Bill Parcells got it wrong with Matt Ryan. He didn't think Matt Ryan was going to be that good. So guess what he did? He passed on Matt Ryan for a damn offensive lineman. Got to stop listening to these scouts and let these guys get on the field and prove who they are. Kyle Pitts is a starting tight end, a quality pass receiver. That's what he is. But y'all put this label on him like he's supposed to be the greatest wide receiver / tight end in the history of the game. Y'all want to put this damn label on a guy like Ashton Jeanty. He ain't even ran the ball one time. We don't even know he stay healthy. Bypassing guys like Marshawn Lynch as if Marshawn Lynch was nothing. Like, come on, bro. You gotta stop. We gotta stop with this nonsense. Gotta stop putting these labels on guys like Ashton Jeanty when they've yet to play a single down. This is why I always have a rule with players: give me 3 years before I make out to what they are. Sometimes it takes longer than that. It took Steve Young about 4 or 5 years, 5 years or so to figure out what he was, and he ended up getting into the Hall of Fame after his 5th year or so. But y'all want a Kyle Pitts to get it in within 3 years or so. Joe Montana sat on the bench for 3 years, 2-3 years, before he finally figured it out. You talking about the greatest quarterback of all time, and Joe Montana. But it took him 3 years or so to figure it out. Not everybody's going to come into the league like a Peyton Manning. Not everybody going to come in. So, like I said, it's a lot of people just be putting the expectations on players that's totally unrealistic. I believe Drew Bledsoe was the guy in Dallas, if I'm not mistaken, with Parcells. I want to say Drew Brees. Not Drew Brees, but Drew Bledsoe. Yeah, Jay. There's people out here. Who still have expectations of 1,000 yards out of Kyle Pitts. It's just not happening. He is who he is, a solid player. And that's what we got to be fine with. But we let these draft positions overshadow the production on the field. This was what's wrong with the fans. This is what's wrong with the media. We let draft positions outshine the play on the field. We care more about the PFF numbers of who ranked the number one this and ranked the number one guy in the draft, and then we run with that. We let PFF numbers and draft scouting boards dictate what we see on the field. It has always been about seeing it on the field. Michael Jordan isn't regarded as the greatest player of all time because of a fucking PFF number or a draft number. He's regarded the best player because of his results on the field. Even if you look at the numbers with Kyle Pitts going back to college, you would have seen he's exactly who he's always been. But because y'all start listening to ESPN and all these other guys, oh, he could be the greatest player of all time. You know how many damn coaches done said that about Ricky Williams and all these other guys? Man, this Achilles Smith is gonna be the best player, and Ryan Leaf was supposed to be this guy. All of them motherfuckers got it wrong. Like, these coaches and these scouts get it wrong all the time. If you don't believe me, it's a perfect example of it. It's a perfect example of it right now. Y'all probably wouldn't even know it. It's a player right now on this Falcons team The coaches got it wrong about. Jesse Bates. Nobody thought Jesse Bates would turn out the player that he would. Grady Jarrett. Nobody thought that Grady Jarrett would turn out the player that he was. I keep going on and on and on and but y'all let these draft positions and guys being drafted at number 4 overall, he should be a Hall of Famer. He should be a legend right now because of a draft position. Not play on the field, but a draft position because a draft expert said that this is who he should be. Man, get the freak up out of here. Y'all want guys to be legends on the timeline and time frame that you want. We wouldn't have a Steve Young. We wouldn't have a Drew Brees, to be honest. Another one of those guys didn't become a great quarterback until he left. Steve Young, Joe Montana. You want all these guys to be great on the time frame that you want them to be. So, like I said, got to start with these unrealistic expectations with these players because it's sickening, to be honest. It's sickening to be looking at everybody point their finger at these players and say, because you are number 4 overall, I need to get rid of you because you only give us 50 catches and 600 yards and 4 touchdowns in a season. I don't need you on my team. And then you stuck with a guy like Charlie Warner who can barely catch 15 catches in a season, and then wonder yourself, I think we made a mistake. No shit. No crap. You think you made a mistake? You think? Just saying. A lot of people out here that are listening to the media trying to force these players to be great on the time frame that they want them to be great. Yeah. They bring up draft position as if it's on an accomplishment. Like, that's not a freaking accomplishment. That's just a position. They like you at that position. Again, it's a draft position. You have a list of players that you like. And who's to say if the Falcons had the number 1 overall pick? Who to say that they would have still picked Kyle Pitts? We don't know that for sure. I can almost guarantee if they had the number 1 overall pick, they would have went somewhere else. But they didn't. It's a draft position. But y'all let draft positions brainwash these media guys and these idiot fans, brainwash y'all into thinking that because a guy's number 4 overall, he need to be a Hall of Fame legend. Man, please. If that's the case, Tom Brady shouldn't have been shit. If that was the case, Tyler Algier shouldn't have been shit. If that was the case, Jamal Anderson shouldn't have been shit. We can go on and on. But y'all get too carried away with draft positions, and y'all let these draft positions and these so-called media experts talk y'all into saying that guys are trash. Y'all let them. And we should just get rid of him because he's only catching 50 catches, 50 catches and 600, 700 yards and 4 touchdowns this season. We need more from him. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we talking about? What are we doing? How is it that good teams who are always in the playoffs continue to stay good even if they don't get the number 1 pick? That right there. That's it. Draft numbers do not mean, draft positions don't mean a jack dang thing. Doesn't mean anything. Pittsburgh is always in the middle and late every year. And they still have great players. But y'all let these media guys or these damn social media draft experts and ESPN draft experts brainwash y'all into thinking because of draft position a guy should be this or that. If that was the case, most of these players that were drafted low shouldn't have been anything. Say it before, say it again. Look at Kyle Pitts, college numbers, pro numbers, and then I'm the same guy. Yeah. That dude still barely playing without a quarterback. That dude had Kyle Trask as his quarterback. This dude is played with Matt Ryan and made a Pro Bowl. That's self-explanatory, bro. This dude had Kyle Trask as his quarterback. And the 1 year he did have a good year, he made the Pro Bowl. But we want to throw him away. Maybe the quarterback position means more to us than you think, or more to Kyle Pitts, or more to these wide receivers than you think. But y'all don't want to hear me, though. Y'all don't want to hear me, though. Y'all want to run with the narrative that ESPN says and all these guys that's asking Raheem Morris biggest questions that Kyle Pitts is trash. Okay. Because of a draft number. So, like I said, man, I'm going to end this. You guys got more comments and more questions. I would dang sure get to it. We're going to continue to support AFN, Unholy Alliance. And be sure to head over to Jude Talk Sports channel. That boy always got some good stuff coming out. All the content creators that actually answer questions. And I'm talking about all the content creators that answer the question unbiasedly and not doing the same rehearsed bullshit over and over and over again. And let's tell the truth about these players. Because Kyle Pitts is not a terrible player. Does he have the potential to be great? Of course. But all this nonsense about him just being terrible, lazy, and all this goofy stuff, everybody always have room for improvement. Everybody. That goes for everybody. But let's not try to pretend like this dude is just trash, because it's a lie. We've seen Levine Toilolo, and I would take Kyle Pitts 99.9% of the chance over damn Levine Toilolo. So let's stop trying to pretend like this dude is trash. And that's the bottom line, because Mad Mike said so. That's all I got to say about that. Continue to support your boy here at Mad Mike Sports. Hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're not, continue to support, leave comments. That's all I got to say about that. Peace.
Put your eyes back in your head.
I got like flavor.
Pry their eyes open and force them to see the truth. We will skin the sheep and sacrifice the weak. The Unholy Alliance has arrived.